The Sephora sale is coming up and I want to share my picks for what to get during the sale. I'm doing this a little bit differently because usually I have published my top picks for designer fragrances, and you can definitely watch those videos as well. Those recommendations are still solid, but I want to choose some fragrances in this video that I specifically think would make fantastic gifts. These are either fragrances that have just come out and they're a little bit underrated, or they're perfumes that I think would make a fantastic set, and I'm going to specify who these fragrances would be better suited for in my personal opinion. If this is your first time on this channel, hello, my name is Anya. I absolutely love fragrances and I talk about them here 5 times a week, Monday through Friday, and I'll also publish content on Instagram and TikTok under the username ANECHKAFRAGRANCES if you're interested in seeing more. So, full disclosure, not all of these fragrances are ones that I own. In fact, most of them are not, but I am quite familiar with all of them, and I do think even if I don't own these fragrances, I can still recommend you what I think is worth getting on during the sale, even if I don't have them in front of me. I am, however, going to flash pictures on the screen, and of course I'm going to detail who I think these fragrances would be best suited for. So let's start off with one of, I would say, the more underrated fragrances that I think has recently been launched, and it's actually my favorite from this brand. This is on my full bottle wish list. If anyone wants to give this to me for the holidays, I would very much appreciate it because this is truly a gorgeous perfume, and it's Old Fashioned by Killian. I first mentioned this in a video I did talking about designer men's fragrances, and I will say this, that I think that was like my favorite fragrance in that entire video. That perfume blew me away by how good it is. It's the perfect blend of booziness, but it's still aromatic, and it's just such a wearable perfume, and it's just absolutely stunning. So if you're gonna get it, you might as well get it during the sale. By the way, I believe the sale starts November 1st. Yeah, so the sale starts November 1st. But this is a beautiful perfume with top notes of wheat and Divana, a mid of Immortelle and cedar, and then a base of tofu balsam and styrax. This perfume in the opening, it smells very alcoholic, but then in the base, or like as it dries down, that's where you get this stunning progression, and almost like it smells almost aromatic, and you definitely get kind of like the wheat touches, but it's not too savory. It's just a perfect perfume. So if you've smelled what's that perfume that Killian is known for? I'm literally forgetting it. That like famous perfume that everyone talks about. It's not apple brandy. It's like that other one. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to flash a photo of it on the screen. That perfume to me, it's one of those fragrances that everyone already talks about. So if I'm talking about, or if I'm thinking about what to get someone as a gift, if they already really like perfume and they want something a little bit more special, they want something more new, Killian Old Fashioned is so good. Like, it is amazing. At least get the travel size for whoever you're gifting this for. And this is the kind of perfume that I would love to receive as a gift as well. So Killian Old Fashioned, Chef's Kiss. This is a beautiful fragrance. So next, if you are trying to gift something to somebody who likes more gourmand perfumes and you probably don't know what their scent preference is, you want to get something for them that's probably not as high end as Killian, but you still want something that they will enjoy, try Sol de Janeiro. Sol de Janeiro, you probably already know what I'm talking about. They have some amazing options for fragrances. I have two of them that I absolutely love. I have Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 40 and 71. Both of those are fantastic body mists that I definitely would recommend. Cheirosa 71 is more of like a hyper realistic gourmand macadamia nut cookie smell. It's a very nutty fragrance with a caramelized note that makes it smell like a cookie. And then Cheirosa 40 is like a sugary plum with a gorgeous vanilla undertone that is just stunning. That is more subtle than Cheirosa 71. And another one that I've tried that is also really beautiful is Cheirosa 59, I believe. It comes in the purple bottle, and it's kind of like a powdered Violet. It's gorgeous, and I would say Cheirosa 40 and Cheirosa 59 are great if you want to gift something that's a little bit more subtle in terms of a gourmand, but Cheirosa 71 is amazing if you really want to go like the extra full-on hyper-realistic gourmand. That one is great, and I would say anything Sol de Janeiro. People love Sol de Janeiro, and yeah, but those are my top three if I had to choose from the brand. Those are my top three that I would gift someone. But really, I think anyone would be happy with any one of the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa perfumes because they tend to be very likable. They tend to be very crowd pleasing. So those are some recommendations as well. Okay, so another more niche fragrance that I think is actually wonderful if you're trying to give something a little bit more exclusive, because this is a very limited edition perfume. It only comes out around the holidays, and I have actually thought of adding this to the wish list because I really genuinely love the way this smells. But in my experience, this actually doesn't last as long as I'd like it to. So again, if you're trying to get something for someone who might like more subtle perfumes, if you want to get something and you don't want the person to hate the fragrance, this might be a better option because it's a holiday smell. It's lighter, so people are not going to hate it as much if they dislike it, you know what I mean? But this is Jo Malone's Ginger Biscuit Cologne. So this is, again, limited edition. It only comes out around the holidays, and I personally smelled this, I think, for the first time when I was at Selfridges in London, and I fell in love with it. I literally fell in love with it. I was about to buy it, and then I walked outside the store. I smelled myself again. I couldn't smell anymore, and that's why I didn't, because it does not last. But the fragrance is one of the most hyper realistic gingerbread fragrances that I've ever smelled. This is top notes of ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg, a mid of caramel and hazelnut, and then a base of vanilla and tonka bean. This smells like a realistic gingerbread scent. It's stunning. It smells delicious. So again, a more high-end gift to give someone if you know they like gourmands, but you maybe don't want to give them something that's beast mode. This is a really good subtle option. At the very least, they can spray it on their linens because it will literally smell so cozy. Yeah, I can't really picture anyone not liking this unless they hate the holidays, and then why are you giving them presents? Another one that I definitely would recommend just gifting anyone would be Goddess by Burberry. So I would say Goddess Intense. I pretty much use those fragrances interchangeably. If they're super into fragrances, they probably already have Goddess. So if they are into fragrances and you know it, maybe get them Goddess Intense. This is like a crowd pleasing vanilla. Everyone who is a gourmand girly really likes this. Let me actually pull up the notes for Goddess Intense, since I would say that's the one I'd probably recommend you get. But this is a newer perfume. It's a vanilla forward fragrance. So we have top notes of lavender, a mid of vanilla, vanilla absolute, bourbon vanilla, and vanilla caviar, and then a base of patchouli. This perfume is quite literally vanilla. Anyone who likes vanilla will like this scent. I don't have it in my collection because I don't crave it. It's not one of those perfumes that I tried and I was like, this is a love for me. It's one of those fragrances that I'd probably consider getting if I had like a collection with 5 fragrances. I don't. I have many vanillas, so at this point I only really want to get a vanilla if it smells very unique and very different to me. Like I don't want to get something that I've already smelled, and this is kind of like a balsamic gourmand vanilla. It smells nice, but it's not worth it for me, so that's why I haven't gotten it myself. But I would say in terms of a giftable scent, this is a very giftable perfume. If someone likes vanilla, they'll like this. So I would say this is a fail-safe option for anyone who's interested in a vanilla fragrance. This is something I would get. I've spent a lot of time talking about gourmand fragrances, but what if you want to get someone something that's not gourmand, that's a little bit zesty, but still something that's a little bit under the radar? They probably haven't heard of it that much, but it's still going to be a beautiful gift. I would highly recommend getting Chance Eau Fraiche by Chanel. This is quite possibly one of the top recommendations I have for you regarding Chanel, and also one of the most underrated. This is a fantastic fragrance if in any way you love citrus or woody notes. This is absolutely gorgeous, and I highly recommend you smell this one. This is a perfume with top notes of lemon, cedar, and citron, a mid of water hyacinth, pink pepper, and jasmine, and then a base of white musk, patchouli, vetiver, teakwood, iris, and amber. This perfume literally, it smells amazing. It's like a refreshing, zesty, woody scent. It lasts a really long time. Like it lasts very well, and it's a people pleaser. I have never encountered anyone who didn't like this, and if you don't like this perfume, please let me know, because that would be the first time I've actually encountered anyone who doesn't like it. I've encountered many people who have never smelled it before, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone smell this and then not like it. This is a gorgeous perfume. The only reason I don't have it is because it's one of those fragrances that if I got it right now, I'd only like, part of it will be nostalgia because this is the first Chanel perfume I ever smelled. I think I smelled it when I was like 9 years old. So I've kind of like grown up with having this perfume in my mind, and I already like, it's so familiar to me. It's a fragrance that I already know. So like there's not a lot of nuance and discovery when it comes to this perfume. So that's why I haven't bought it. But I probably will get it at some point, or at least get a decant, but it's so good. Like just trust me, go to Sephora, smell it. It's really amazing. Okay, another fragrance that's marketed towards men, but I do think this can be worn by anyone, is Versace Eros Energy. This is like my favorite Eros perfume. It's so good. Like if you like citruses in any way, listen up, because this is a beast performing citrus that smells amazing, and I think it would make a fantastic gift. This is a perfume with top notes of lemon, blood orange, grapefruit, and lime, Sicilian bergamot, mandarin orange, a mid of pink pepper, white amber, black currant, and then a base of oak moss, musk, and patchouli. This literally smells so citrus forward. It almost smells minty. That's my first impression when I smelled this. It smelled minty because that's how citrus forward it was. But they have pumped a lot of lime into this perfume, so this smells amazing and it lasts a really long time. So yeah, this is a really good one. I would say I like this more than any of the Eros fragrances, and I historically have not really liked the Eros fragrances because they're nice, but they just seem to me like too typical. Everyone's already regurgitated them so much. I definitely would recommend, if you're trying to get a gift for someone, get this, because this is actually really good. And yeah, it's like a designer fragrance, but it has like a nuance. It has like a twist to it, and yeah, I was very impressed with this. I was very impressed with this perfume a lot. So yeah, Eros Energy, definitely try it out. Another one, so again, this is like more unisex, but this one is actually marketed more towards women. But this is what you would get, like the clean girl aesthetic, girl. But this is a beautiful perfume, and it's actually one of the few green scents that I personally appreciate. This is called Dear Sky by Ellis Brooklyn. This fragrance was actually inspired by the Southwest, and I think it's such an interesting fragrance because it literally smells like a clean girl perfume with a bit of a green twist to it, but it's still a floral fragrance, and it's one of those scents that lasts all day, and it's just like a subtle perfume, but it stays on very well. It's beautiful. So this fragrance has top notes of honeydew melon, rhubarb, bergamot, strawberry leaf, a mid of peony, pink pepper, tuberose, and then a base of galbanum, ambrette, and cedarwood. Every single note in this fragrance is done very masterfully, to the point that it's like smooth, it's not too overt, not like one note is not dominating the others. It's basically including floral, gourmand, and green notes together, and what comes out is a clean girl smelling perfume that doesn't smell like a typical clean girl smelling perfume. So if I had to choose like one clean girl smelling perfume, well, I would say like my favorite picks for clean girl smelling scents right now in the designer space would be what's it called? 1111 by Lake and Sky. That one, classic, okay? But that's something that people are already pretty familiar with. So if you want to go for something unique, new, go for Dear Sky. Chances are the person you're gifting this to might not have this in their collection. It's a really good one. I was super impressed by it, and usually it takes a lot for me to get impressed by clean girl smelling perfumes or green perfumes. Like that usually does not happen, but this impressed me, and I would very much recommend you check it out as well. Next up, I have like a few different brands that I think are really great if you're going to be gifting them as like travel sprays, like stocking stuffers, or if you're just going to gift the Discovery sets. So going down the list, I would say my first option is Kayali. Now, Kayali, they have so many different options, and I love, by the way, that they come out with those tiny miniature spray bottles of their fragrances, and they actually recently came out with a 5 milliliter size perfume as well. That's more of a dabber. I would say if you're going to be gifting this to someone, definitely get the 10 milliliter spray bottles, because not only are they insanely cute. Actually, let me get one because I have one. Let me get. So this is Kayali's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. This is the 10 milliliter size, and as you can see, this comes in the spray. You can literally use this as a regular fragrance, and it's so insanely cute. I feel like they have sets of these as well. So like just look online, look for a set, or just look for the singular ones as well. This would make such a cute gift for anyone, literally anyone. Plus they recently did a relaunch of their wedding fragrances. So that would also make a really good gift if you're going to get one of those. But all in all, I think Kayali, great option if you're going to gift someone a fragrance set or a singular mini. They're fantastic. I can't imagine anyone not liking them. Also, they look so cute. So yeah, the next options, let's see what else. I have my list. Oh yeah, Forever Mood. If you're gifting someone a fragrance and they don't have Forever Mood, or they somehow haven't heard of Jackie Aina's new fragrance brand at Sephora, I think that would make a really great set. You can either get it in the Discovery set, or one of the travel sizes, or several, or the actual fragrances themselves. When it comes to the Forever Mood fragrances, I've sampled all of them. I think all of them are fantastic options for gifting someone. There's really nothing in that collection that I think would be a dislike to really anyone. They're all very likable, and the bottles are quite beautiful as well. So again, fantastic gifts. And then last but not least, the Commodity Discovery set is one of my favorites, and this is something I'll get someone. Honestly, I'll get this for anyone who's even remotely interested in fragrances, but this would make a great gift for someone who's either just starting out with perfumes and they really want to try like a full scope of different options, or even someone who's already into fragrances and they just want to get something new. I think Discovery sets, by the way, are fantastic gifting options. And as the holidays get closer and closer, I'm going to be doing more gift giving videos focused specifically on the Discovery sets, because I think Discovery sets are some of the best fragrance related gifts you can gift someone. But the Commodity set is fantastic because I believe it's around $40, and you essentially get a whole bunch of their more popular fragrances in the different concentrations. So they have 3 different concentrations of each one of those fragrances. So they have like a more subtle one, a medium one, and then a bold version. Um, so yeah, fantastic options. They have there's going to be something in there for everyone. So yeah, I think that's a really great set as well if you want to gift someone something. But yeah, those are all the fragrances all the fragrances and the brands that I want to spotlight for this particular video. Like I said, if you want to get more designer fragrance recommendations, you can go on my channel and you can click the search bar and you can search for designer fragrances. I do a lot of content focused on designers, but I do tend to like the same things when it comes to designer fragrances. The ones that I have in my collection, I've had for years. I used to work in fragrance retail, so I used to basically be on the floor and have all the options of designer fragrances, and the ones that I added to my collection are the ones that I've stuck with for years and years and years. So that's why for this particular video, I want to do a little bit of a spin on it. I wanted to make it so you're not necessarily getting fragrances based off of my taste, you're just getting fragrances based off of my recommendation for what to gift people. I can also do another video related to Ulta, because I was actually doing some research for this particular one, and there are some things that I would recommend getting as a gift that are not carried at Sephora. So if you want to see an Ulta version of this, let me know, but I want to prioritize this because the Sephora sale is coming up pretty much this week. But yeah, if there's anything in this video that you have tried, or if there are any additional items from Sephora you'd recommend, please let me know in the comments. I'm sure we'd all be very curious to hear your recommendations as well. But yeah, thank you for watching until the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful, and I'll see you next time. Bye!